Hello, friends. Rolls-Royce has once again decided to remind the world that true luxury isn't about the engine, performance, or horsepower. It's when your car costs £2.5 million and only the chosen few can buy it. Allow us to introduce the Rolls-Royce Phantom Centenari Private Collection, a special edition celebrating the 100th anniversary of the most aristocratic automobile in history. If sophistication could speak, it would do so exclusively in the voice of an English butler. Yes, dear friends, the Phantom turns 100 this year, and before you stands one of its most expensive incarnations. The Phantom was born back in 1925, when the British still wore top hats and rode in the back seat with their own chauffeurs. A lot has changed over a century. We've got electric cars, artificial intelligence, but Rolls-Royce's philosophy remains the same. No rush. Time, like fuel, flows differently for them. On the outside, the anniversary Phantom exudes the brand's trademark aristocratic elegance, now with a generous dose of gloss. The body is covered with microscopic gold particles, as if the engineers decided that ordinary paint simply sounded too cheap. The Rolls-Royce emblems are made of 24-karat gold and white enamel, because silver, is for people who drive Bentleys. The Phantom's cabin is a place where even the air feels more expensive. There are 3D inlays, laser engravings, layers of ink and gold foil. You'd think the interior was assembled not by engineers, but by Vatican restorers. Each seat is decorated with engravings and miniature panels, telling the story of Rolls-Royce from the very first Phantom to the present day. The ceiling alone features 440,000 decorative stitches, creating what can only be described as a constellation of vanity. The dashboard deserves special mention. It's not just wood and metal, it's the Anthology Gallery, a collection of 50 aluminum plates engraved with quotes from vintage newspapers and magazines. In other words, you're literally surrounded by century-old praise for your car, polished to a mirror shine. But one must understand, Rolls-Royce doesn't simply sell cars, it sells a reason to remember that you truly are one of those people. Under the hood of this anniversary Phantom, you won't find any hybrids or batteries. The reigning monarch here is still the 6.75-liter V12 petrol dinosaur, producing 571 horsepower and 900 newton-meters of torque. Everything's just as it should be. Only 25 units of this limited edition will be made, and of course, all of them are already sold. Don't even bother calling a dealer. They'll politely hint that the waiting list begins somewhere between never and we'll get back to you. According to the brand, many of the buyers are young collectors, the kind of people for whom investing in assets means deciding what shade of gold should be on the emblem. And yet, looking at this sedan, you realize that the world may change everything except humanity's eternal desire to sit on leather wrapped in history, whispering softly that you are, indeed, at the top of the food chain.